Finally, hygiene. When hugging, it is important to smell good. This is very important. Otherwise, people won't want to hug you again. They may put up with it once or twice, but it's important to smell good. Bathing daily is a must. I recommend deodorant. It's very important to have deodorant because it's tend to smell. Unless you're a naturally non-smelly person, but a note on perfume and colognes. They can be good, but they can also be a detriment. If there's too much applied, it's very unpleasant. Be very sparing with cologne and perfume.
And some people do have allergies to colognes and perfumes.
That's another note. That some people do have allergies, and it makes that unpleasant. Was there a question over here?
Same.
Okay. So some people do have allergies to colognes and perfumes. It's something that can amplify, but can also, so it's something that needs to be cared for. Hair products are very important. Generally, a lot of the smell is hair. Through my research, I've found that certain shampoos people just don't like the smell of, but other people love the smell of. So generally, I mean, it's very important. Pick something you like, and generally other people will probably enjoy the smell of it as well. Are there any other notes about? Also, if you have if you're using a styling product in your hair, maybe choose one that has an interesting smell to it. A lot of people like coconut smell, and then hand lotion and stuff. That's something you can play with smell.
So would you suggest the market to open up to hug shampoos?
It could be. I don't know. Maybe I'll release a hugging shampoo or something like that. But I don't. They could. Like it smells so good, it's huggable. I don't know, but you could. I'm gonna you could patent that right now. But there would be hug shampoos, hug like cream.
They have
face
Kiss My Face products.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So that would probably be a good product to get. One Wait, it's Kiss My Face hand lotion?
It's just they just have natural and organic ingredients, and so I guess there's just no allergies and there's no skin irritations. A lot of it is shaving foam and stuff like that. So I guess smooth face.
Does it have a smell though?
So a lot of it is unscented.
Right.
So but the fragrances are usually pretty soft and natural smell.
But I've been trying that for a year with no effect.
I find a really good technique is to do your own surveys. Pick a product, pick a few products, and go around and ask people which they like best, and then buy the one that smells the best. That's what I do with my colognes. I go and I survey the types of people I want my colognes to be hugged by, and it's just a good way to know what the general consensus would be. So yeah, that's one way to do it. That again, you have to be. It's a good way to also and then ask people, would you hug me? But don't be too like, hey, just can I ask you a question? I always start out with that, or can I get your opinion on something? And generally people are very responsive to that. Just answer my question. You want to be again, and eye contact. Anything else? Any other questions about hygiene? Oh, one note: keep your ears clean. Some of the people I've talked with have said dirty ears are a deal breaker on any hugs.
Really?
Yes. So it's just a general, just keep your body clean, and people will want to hug you. Any other questions?
Facial hair,
Facial hair.
scratching.
Yes. Facial hair can be a problem. Smoothness is better, but facial hair of a certain length can sometimes be all right because it smooths out. It depends on your stubble, and I guess often in hugs your faces aren't touching unless it's that's more intimate hugs where
Or
faces-
incidental contact.
Generally it's not. Okay, we'll survey the group. I find it's not really that big a deal, but
Stubble?
well, stubble on accident. I'm not talking about intimate contact here. I'm talking hugs. Does stubble play a role? Like, how often do faces rub? When?
I had it happen, well, it was my first experience with stubble, actually, so that's true. I was 14 and it was after a show and I went to hug one of the other actors and it felt like sandpaper across my face. And I remember being marked by it. It wasn't, I didn't judge him afterwards, I didn't not want to hug him. Well, I'm just
Well, what
contributing.
about? But since then, has there been any situations where stubble has actually played a role in your hugging experience?
It does play a role, but it doesn't make the hug necessarily unenjoyable.
Right. And generally, being well groomed is a good rule. But again, some people. I mean, who doesn't want to hug Santa Claus?
If he has a beard, the beard's different than stubble.
Well,
And a soft coat.
that's another thing. I'm glad you mentioned that. Soft clothing. Clothing plays a very more important role than stubble. Don't wear
That's true. No, that is
clothes that chafe. Like certain jackets are very uncomfortable to hug.
And certain sweaters, well, in my experience, make you want to hug the person
Exactly.
more.
Something that looks fluffy, soft,
Yeah.
and inviting. Yes.
So I guess then body armor is a bad idea.
Yeah. Most likely, body armor would be a bad idea. Even Kevlar might not be the best thing. Anything else? Thank you for coming, and it's been a delight.